The Bruins will put total leather and will get started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So South Carolina's offense will get the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
At the 40, there he goes. Just carving. And getting it down to the 24.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move this. And the Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. A chance to make an early statement in this one here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 7, UCLA, 0.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Bruins offense has the ball for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have locked down corners.
guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Davis looking to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Bills the punt and looking for daylight. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Carolina ready to go on the attack and another offensive. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. On second down. Right back to him on the ground. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an under... Really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Oh, it's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. guard. The tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
finds his man. It's Smith. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Paul Bunyan's trophy on the line today. Michigan and Michigan State, this historic rivalry. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the maize and blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's caught. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. How aggressive will they get on first and 10? At the 45, on its way. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Hey, you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Finds his back in the middle. And they'll stop.
Back on second
Short
down.
of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting them the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one.
Carolina.
Back in the ballgame.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it. Came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Now that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. Finds a crease at the 20. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They try to go draw, but it's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Direct snap. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Davis will throw. Quickly to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st and 10 coming up. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Correa.
I think really good wide receiver do it. Making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Going up top on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Spits it out to the back. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Bruins decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. They'll try the left side. Still on his feet at the 45. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if his ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
This offense has a second down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackled after picking up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Davis looking to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Fires to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique.
He's loose. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to... Willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. They go to the ground. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. From the gun, running. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays.
They intercept it. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return.
by South Carolina.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Chunked it away just as he was hit. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the route is on.
Number 81.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 42. UCLA, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
At the 46-yard line. Second down coming up.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. The give to the tailback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Fakes his man out. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
42. UCLA, 7.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. They'll throw it on first down. Looking down the middle. Finds a man by himself. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, UCLA! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And the returner will be brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down.
The quarterback
Gets to the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll try to run for it. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They stop him right on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 5 to the 20.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Runs through a tackle. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. They come to the line 3 yards away from the 1st down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and head. The tight end.
coming up.
Let's see if they go back to the air. Pressure coming. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Davis will throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
That is a perfectly executed on. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards. And then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Makes a connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll throw it on first down. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, UCLA!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On second down, looking again to throw. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Quarterback moving. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Some would say running the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play to pad the stats. Davis looking to pass. Coming after him. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a finish.